Good morning, children. It's Mrs. Lee here. It's assembly number, ready? 5, 10, 15, and 3 more. What does that make? You're right, 18. It's assembly 18. And we're going to start with our usual. What's the time, Mr. Wolf? Ooh, the minute hand, that's the long hand, is on the 11. That means that in 5 minutes' time, it's going to be o'clock. So we say it's 5 minutes to. And the shorthand is on pretty much on the 7. So if we put that all together, we are saying it is 5 minutes to 7. In 5 minutes, it will be 7 o'clock. So not long. 5 minutes to 7 in the morning could mean that you're just waking up. Or it could mean at 5 minutes to 7 at night and you're maybe getting a bit tired and getting ready for bed. Who knows? Where else should we go? Language of the month? Labas. It's Lithuanian still. Not for long though. I think this is our last week. We've learnt some new words, haven't we? Our Makaton sign of the week is bird. Because all this week we've been thinking about, that's right, animals. Do you remember? I read you this story and it's been playing on my mind. I asked you if you could work out how old this book was. Did you? Show me. That's right, 11 years old. This message was written 11 years ago. Do you think that the grown-ups in the world have listened to this message? I think some have, but some still need to hear it. Now, I'm not going to read this story again because it's on the last video and you can go and watch it again if you really enjoyed it, or you could see if you can get a copy at the library. I like playing games. Do you like playing games? Good. So we're going to play a game in a moment, all right? But before that, I thought we'd talk about animals that we have in our homes, all right? So Mrs. Short showed us her horse, but that wasn't in her home. It's her pet, though, but it's not in her home. Now, lots of you in school and at home probably have pets. Put your hand up if you do. And I know that some of our grown-ups who work in our school have pets too. Sometimes they talk about them, sometimes they share pictures of them. Anyway, I thought, hey, why don't we play a game? Match the member of staff, so match the teacher or match the teaching assistant, match the school secretary to their pet. And we'll play that in a moment. But before we do that, I want to read this book. This is one of my favourites. It's by a man called Mick Inkpen, who writes lots and lots of children's stories. And this one's called The Great Pet Sale. Need some money for this one. Remember this stuff? Okay, we don't use it very often. Quite a lot of us grown-ups don't use the coins anymore or the notes. We quite often use cards. But in this story, you're going to need some money. Right then, The Great Pet Sale. Everything must go, said the sign on the pet shop window. In the window was a rat. I looked at him. Half of his whiskers were missing. I'm a bargain, called the rat through the glass. I'm only 1p. Choose me. Do you want to see the rat? I lift his flap. Oh, my fingers are. Can you see him? Ah, only got whiskers on one side. Inside the shop, there was a tiny terrapin for 2 pence, and a turtle for 3 pence, and a tortoise, a great big one, for 4 pence. I'm sure you wouldn't like any of those, said the rat, but you'd like me. You really would. There he is. What would you choose? On the perch were things beginning with P. A pelican, a puffin, a penguin, a parrot and a platypus. Can you see them? All 5 pence each. Oh, you don't want anything beginning with a P, said the rat. Is what you want. For ratty. Here he is. He's desperate to be bought, isn't he? Now behind a plastic rock was a salamander for 6p, a skink for 7p, and a gecko for 8p. Oh, which one is which? I said. Nobody knows, nobody cares, said the rat. Sausages on legs, you don't want one of those. I bet some of you would like one of those. The next two animals were 9p the pair. Who wants a koala that doesn't like leaves, said the rat, or an anteater who won't eat its ant? I'm not fussy, I'll eat anything. What's he eating? There he goes, a free ant, 9p the pair. Oh, look at their little faces. He looks a bit sad, doesn't he? In the cardboard box were all sorted little brown creatures, 10p for the lot. Do you want to see? Oh. Boring, said the rat. I'm not boring. Look, I can stand on one leg. Ooh. Can't even get my leg up that high. Wow, he's enthusiastic. Now at the back of the shop we came to a big door. What's in there? I said. Oh, just a dragon, said the rat. Oh, there's no such thing, I said. Then you won't want one, will you? Said the rat. I opened the door. It was a dragon, a great big Komodo dragon for 25p. At last the rat was quiet. You're not going to choose me, are you? It said, sadly. Shh, I said. I've made up my mind. I got my money out of my pocket and I counted all the pennies. £1 exactly. It was just enough to buy the rat and everything else in the shop. Ooh. I don't know what your grown-up would say if you actually went to the pet shop with your pound and bought all of those animals and brought them home. And that's the thing, if you do have a pet and your grown-up says, yes, you can have a pet, you're very lucky because pets take a lot of looking after. Gosh, think about Mrs. Short's pet. Every day she has to go out in the cold, doesn't matter whether it's raining or snowing, and she has to go and look after her horse. And that's the same for lots of grown-ups who have pets at home. If you have a dog, you have to take the dog out for a walk. If you have even little mice, even if you had the little mouse, you would have to clean out its cage, make sure it had fresh water every day. Now, if you're willing to make that commitment, that's a good thing, all right? Because pets, are lovely, and we're very lucky to have them. Okay, should we play our game now? Okay, so what's going to happen is some music's going to come on, and then you're going to see a picture of a pet, and I want you to think, who in the school owns that pet? All right, there's quite a few of them, and I will see you at the end. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Ooh.
Pull. Pull. Good. Other side. Down.
Woo! That was good fun, wasn't it? How many did you get right? How many did you all know already? I suppose if you were in class 5 with Mrs. Smith, you might have heard her talking about her cat. Okay, we've got one more video coming up, all right? And it's not Mrs. Lee talking, it's Mrs. Cosby, and she wanted to share with you her special pet. It's not actually hers, it's her sister's, but it's a really, really lovely video, and I hope that you enjoy it, and you, at the end, like Maddie as much as I do. I'll see you in 3, 2, 1.
Good morning, Hertford Infant School. Now this week some of us are sharing our pets with you. Unfortunately my family don't actually have a pet, but I'm going to share with you my sister's dog. Now she's a very special dog. She is called Madison. We sometimes call her Maddie. She is 10 years old, but unfortunately 9 years ago she injured one of her legs and she needed to have some surgery on it, and this resulted in one of her legs being removed. Now I want to share with you what a wonderful perseverance parrot dog she is. Despite having 3 legs, she does not let this hold her back. Oh no, she's a very determined girl. She attends dog classes. She is very well looked after by my sister. And she's won lots and lots of rosettes for competitions for her obedience. She's a very obedient dog, which means she knows how to do as she is told. She is a very beautiful, smiley dog, and despite her difficulties, she does not let this hold her back. Oh no. We all love her as a family very dearly, and yes, she's my sister's dog, but yeah, we all love her just as much. So I'm going to hopefully share with you some films and some photos of her now.
Wow, a perseverance parrot dog. Wow, Maddie, what an amazing creature you are. Gosh, made me feel a little bit sad watching it, but Maddie's happy. Like Mrs. Cosby says, she's always a smiley dog, so that's brilliant. Right, we're going to finish now. I hope that you've enjoyed this assembly. I hope this made you think about pets and animals. Some of you might want to make some posters or write some letters or do something so that we can try to get those grown-ups around the world who are not looking after our animals to start looking after our animals. It would be a very, very sad world if we didn't have them, wouldn't it? Okay, we'll finish with our school prayer. Help me to do the things I should, to be to others kind and good, in all my work and all my play to grow more loving every day. Amen. Okay, think about those words today. I hope that you are still being kind and loving at home and at school. I certainly have seen lots and lots of loveliness at lunchtime, especially when we had the snow the other day. It was fantastic watching children be like Teamwork Tiger and making a huge snowman. We also had a volcano, and one of our little girls made some beautiful snow family and could tell me about the girls and the boys in the family. It was lovely to watch. We all worked very hard together, and I hope you did that too at home. Mrs. Lee is going to stop talking now. Have a lovely, lovely day, and I will see you in one more sleep. Bye.